In PXM, we have the ability to separate information into different views so that different people or different users that access the system can see different things. So this is a good thing if you have separate teams that need to access specific information. For example, you have an internal team that has access to all of the assets in the system, and you have new assets that you're working on and new products that you're releasing, and you want your internal team to access everything. And then you have an external team that only needs to have access to your current products and all of the assets that are ready and available to go. And you don't want them to have access to the new products. So the way to do this is by separating them out through regions. Regions are created in the backend, and you can add different products to those regions, and add different users to regions as well. So I'm going to show you how to create those regions in the backend, and also what that looks like to update regions on a product or an asset in the UI. So first of all, when you come into the system, you're going to need to be a super admin to create them in the settings in the backend. To access that, you're going to click your name here down in you're going to go in the left-hand sidebar, click your name at the bottom, and it's going to pull up options if you're a super admin. This option users brings you to our admin page where we can create new users and we can also create regions. You'll notice in the left-hand sidebar in the admin tab that there is a circle that looks like a world and org units as well. Org units is the same thing as regions right now. So if you click on org units, organizational units, then you'll open this up and you'll notice that there are regions that are already created. We've created one called training and support, and then we also have one that's titled default. The default region is created automatically when a new instance is created. This makes it so that there's a landing page and there's a place for all of your assets to live in so that everyone can view it. You can rename that to whatever you'd like by editing the org unit. You can name that internal team or whatever you'd like to name it. And then all of your new ones you can edit as well. To create a new region, you'll go down to the bottom right-hand corner and click Create New Org Unit. You'll type in the name, and you have the option to set it as the primary. What this means, the primary region, is that if you upload an asset or create a product in the system and you don't designate a specific region, then it will automatically drop into your default region. That way it does live somewhere. Right now we have our default region currently set as the primary. Now, once you have your regions created, you can actually, let me go back to admin tab. You can now add users to those regions. So when you create a new user, then you'll type in their email, add all their information, and then down at the bottom where it says org units, you'll click on that and you will select which regions you'd like them to have access to. You can select all, or you can just choose one. And then once you've typed in all the information, you can create user and we'll send them the login. Now, when you access the system, if you have access to both of those regions, you can go down in the left-hand sidebar, click on your name again, click on region, and you'll be able to toggle between the different regions. You can look at both of them. You can look at just one if you'd like. If we look over in the folder structure on the side, you'll see I have these 4 folders: basketball, marketing materials, products by brand, products by type. And if I add training and support, then we'll see, oh, we've got now our training folder and our support article folders as well. But if I don't want you to see those, then I can add you just to my default region, and you will only see the folders that I've added to that region. Now, when we go to specific folders, whether it's a product folder or a category folder, you can click in the folder, go to settings, and down in the bottom right, you'll notice that you can add which regions you'd like them to live in. You can update this in the UI just by clicking on this and saving changes. And if you do this on An image, you'll click an image, and in the right-hand sidebar, you'll see a tab titled Visibility. And here is where you can see your regions. There you can update that. You can click on Training and Support, or you can click on whichever regions you'd like to add it to and save that as well.